What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Jupitive Gundam from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. Now this is everything that the kit comes with, which is common with all the other core Gundams. So you have the beam saber effects, you do have this ugly adapter, which I still cannot think of a practical use for because no customs really came into mind thus far. And then also you do have the core beam sabers, core spray gun, the core shield with the same adapter to store the shield, and the same stickers. Everything is the same except for the Jupitive armor, which I will talk about later. So the core Gundam does actually have a few tweaks. First of all is the colors, which is revolting because the colors are in highlighter colors. So the yellow has been replaced with a highlighter yellow, and then the red has been replaced with kind of like a dark pink. And also the green over here has been replaced with like a tea green, not exactly lime, but it's kind of like a tea-ish color. So yeah, the colors, they may look revolting, but I'm going to be painting this thing in my own color scheme, so I'm definitely going to not have to worry about this. But it's like the GBM base Gundam all over again. So if you guys are a fan of quote-unquote space lighting, you can definitely forgo painting. But for those of you who hate the highlighter colors and prefer flat colors, you definitely need to paint this kit. Also, there's one point worth addressing regarding the core Gundam's backpack, which is the beam saber holsters right here. The beam saber holsters on my previous 3 core Gundams are all very tight. This here is swift. This here is not loose at all. So you can definitely move the holsters over here without any worry. Not that the Jupitive Gundam needs to have them moved, but if you plan to dock this thing with the Earth armor or the Mercury armor, which is going to be coming out later on, you need to put those up. So it's kind of nice that they actually loosened it up so that you don't have to risk breaking the flat peg over here. The stand is also included in the kit, so that's one more point to address because no other core Gundam comes with a stand for the Gundam. Before I move this thing out of the way, I would like to compare it to the other core variants. So first of all, here is the anime version right here, and then we have the real type colors, which only appeared in the flashback in episode 4. You really have to look hard to find it. And of course we do have the G3 colors right here. So definitely my least favorite is this core Gundam right here because it's highlighter colored, and I just still cannot decide on which my favorite is. For what we have now of the core Gundam is definitely the same. So if you want a more in-depth look into the features of the core Gundam, take a look at the universal feature review. But let's move this thing out of the way first, and let's take a look at the Jupitive armor. So the Jupitive armor is in this kind of white, which is what I really do like because all the others do have some colors, and this thing, even though it technically doesn't have colors, this thing does look pretty damn nice. It looks like some sort of like a snow jacket, if I may say so myself. I'm weird, I know, but white to me looks like a snow jacket. But either than that, this thing just looks pretty good with the multi-container bits facing towards the sides, the beam Gatling gun facing down here, the V-fin. I'm not really too big of a fan of how the V-fin stores because all the other core Gundams have the V-fin flush on the shuttle unit. This doesn't. It actually slants down. But it's alright, I can forgo that. But this is definitely the favorite armor form of the planet armors. So yeah, this is definitely really nice looking. Now there's a high speed mode which I'm not a big fan of. You can just rotate the multi-container bits towards the back and unfold the feet. So be careful though because the prongs over here can get caught in the skirt section right inside there. So here we have the Jupitive armor high speed mode, which is not really big of a fan because it just doesn't have that much oomph with the multi-container bits flipped towards the back and also the feet just straightened. But it does make sense because all of these thrusters are facing towards one direction, so this thing can definitely propel itself faster. But I still prefer the default form. So yeah, to each their own, I guess. Before I combine the Jupitive armor with the core Gundam, let's bring in all the other armors over here. So first of all, we have the Mars armor over here, and then next up we have the Venus armor, and then finally we have the Earth armor. So the Mercury armor, the full Mercury armor is going to be out in March with the Merc 1 unit coming in February, and the Merc 1 weapons coming in March. So we will have to wait until March before we have the full set, but now it looks like a freaking car park, a colorful car park. But as I did say, the Jupitive armor is definitely my favorite. So let me post a break for the time that I need to combine the core Gundam with the Jupiter armor, just so you can see what the Jupiter armor looks like on all the other core Gundams that are out right now. So I'll get back to you after the break. So I'm resuming the video here because the backpack does have its own simple transformation. So basically just rotate the multi-container bits, angle them however you want, and just plug it right onto the backpack with the beam sabers down. So here we have the Jupitive Gundam. So the Jupitive Gundam does look pretty good in the white, and I must say it does really fit the space theme, because white, I think I associate it with astronauts. That's why it kind of fits the space theme. But I did mention in the unboxing that this is kind of like a mix of many different Gundams. So what I mean by this is basically the backpack is a mix of multiple. So you do have the GP014 Bernier, and then the looks of them, it looks like the Gushin Full Cities backpack, except for it being shrunk down. And then the shoulders over there do look like the reversible Gundam's back pieces. And basically this entire Gundam's motif with the high mobility and high thrust and stuff, and of course the multi-container bits capabilities, they are all from the Crossbone Gundam. So the new pieces look good. It's kind of sad to see that the backpack is only gray, so the only backpack that has colors is the Earth 3 and the Merc ones. So yeah, you can do up a custom paint job for yourself and kind of suit the Jupitive Gundam more, but overall I still like how they look like. So the unique accessories that came with this thing is first of all the extension for the core spray gun to form the beam Gatling gun. And it does look like a miniaturized version of the Build Gamma's Gatling gun. So simple enough, slide it into the hand, like so. And next up we go on to the bits, and I think the theme here is basically referencing the number of moons that Jupiter has. Sure, it is not 79 funnels, but we still have 4 smaller bits flying around the Jupitive Gundam for combat. So first of all, we do have the manifold bits on the arms. So these are made out of 2 pieces. Color separation is fantastic on these things. They're simplistic, so color separation is very easy to achieve. And they can just easily slide out the hand like so. And it does have a single peg in the bottom over here, so you can either plug it onto the forearm or plug it onto the shoulder for storage. But unfortunately, you cannot send out the manifold bits, nor can you send them out in any way possible, because it doesn't have a 3mm action base stand. So you will need to have kind of like a custom base adapter, or even scratch build one yourself, just so you can send the manifold bits out. But I do prefer them on the arm, but for this instance, I'm gonna plug them onto the shoulders. Finally, it's gonna be the multi-container bits mounted on the backpack. So these, the gray blocks, they can move here, and they can have a swivel here. They can also come off. So they do have a 3mm hole in here. That means you can basically utilize the included stand and plug them on there. So you can display them like this, or I think when it fires the beams, it just basically pulls this out and rotates it. So you can display it here as these things do fire beams, or you do get 2 types of effect parts. First of all, it's going to be the shield effect parts right here. They are non-identical, so yeah, some people may accept the variety, but for those of you who want a symmetrical display, it's basically all up to personal taste, to be honest. So basically these just slide. So these just basically slide into the multi-container bits. And here you have it, a shield deployed. But these can also function as brand markers. So as you can see clearly here, there is a peg. So let me unequip the beam saber. You can plug it onto the forearm, just like so. And then you do get 2 custom beam blade effect parts, which are really nice. They do have some detail in them. I think you could just see by the refraction of the light, because it is so minute it may not even show up on camera. But anyways, they do have a peg over here, so you can plug it right into the multi-container bits, just like so. Now he can go punching. Now it is of course possible to deploy the shield as well, so yeah, multifunction. So that's gonna be all the unique accessories for the Jupitive Gundam. For comparisons, of course, I will have to bring in the Zilzam. They do look pretty good together only because they duked it out, and their complementary color scheme. One is dark, one is white. And then here we have a space mobile suit that everybody have absolutely forgotten, the G Savior. And then let's bring in the rest of the core Gundam family. So first of all, we do have the Earth 3 Gundam, then the V2 Gundam, and then the Mars 4 Gundam. So only Merc 1 left, but I'm going to be doing that review in March when the full set comes out. So look forward to that. So that's going to be the review of the Jupitive Gundam. What do I think of this kit? Well, it's going to be the same as all the other core Gundams, but this is going to be on par with the Earth 3 Gundam because it does come with a full set, weapons and all. One thing this thing is uniquely good is that it doesn't get back heavy with the multi-container bits in the back. But then the looks of it, it looks good. But I'm still not sure if this is my favorite, but this is rivaling to be the favorite. And the V-fin over here, yeah, it kind of irks me that it's just covering over, just barely covering over the jewel, but I think it's alright. It looks alright, but the Merc one's still the worst. Gatling gun over there looks pretty nice. The manifold bits, unfortunately, they cannot be deployed separately unless you make a custom adapter for them. The multi-container bits, they're pretty good, and they all just look good as a whole package. So overall, I'm going to give this thing an 8 out of 10. It's not groundbreakingly perfect. It still has its own flaws. For example, the longevity of it. Other than that, it's still a pretty good kit. I'd absolutely recommend this kit to you guys. More so because it is white. Because you can easily go for a painting model with the white base. So that's gonna be it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more Gunpla reviews, Gunpla news, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to the featured channels on my channel page if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye bye.